Hey YouTube, Tony here, and today I wanted to take a little different look. Rather than doing just individual knife review, I wanted to review the company. And in this particular case, I'm looking at Budget Knives, and the knife manufacturer I'm looking at here is Enlan. Now Enlan goes by a couple different names. You'll see Enlan, you'll see Bee, you'll also see like Enlan Bee. They're all three basically the same company. And a lot of these models they'll make in the same, they'll make it across both companies, Bee and Enlan, and with some slight variations. So, but it pretty much covers them all. And first off, usually what you get with these come in is just these plain cardboard boxes. Nothing, no pouch in it, usually just wrapped inside. A lot of times I find for some reason these Enlans are open when they come. They've slid out, which just seems odd, and Ganzos don't do that. Here's another one. This is the package that this knife came in. I don't get this very often. Usually it's just these. So that's what they come in. We'll probably look at a few models. This one is the EL02D that we already looked at, and I can leave a link to that video. Pretty good knife. I like this one. It's not Damascus like they say, but overall this knife is pretty decent, and you can see that review if you want to go over it. This one is the EL04. This one's probably my favorite Enlan, just for ergonomics and the action on it's really good. Good knife. They also have this nice small M023 knife that I like, and it's a hologram knife. There's not too many of the Enlan small knives that I own. This is the only one, so I can't tell you that much about the others. One of the things I really like about Enlan is they have a lot of variation. You've got the Damascus look, you've got this green color, they've got this beautiful wood, green wood. That's a nice look. Here's another with some really nice G10. Just a total nice different look for a knife. Oh yeah, I've got a. Let's see here. This is the BL06. Got a nice two-tone look, so it's not just your plain Jane standard black scales, G10 scales. They do have, and a lot of their knives have this nice texturing to their G10 when they had that. So that I really like. Most of their knives use 8CR13 MOV or an equivalent, so overall the steel is decent. I don't have a problem with that. I will say the other thing I really like, it's kind of a love-hate, and this pretty much sums up my relationship with Enlan knives in general, is the axis lock. Their axis lock, as far as being able to get a hold of it, is a lot better than what Ganzo uses. Ganzo has a tendency to not have these out far enough to get a good grip on it. As you can see here, this sticks out nicely. But at the same time, they're aggressive. They got that slot in there, so if you use it a lot and you're not used to it, it will tear up your fingers. But I will say their axis lock, if they would do away with that groove, it's the best axis lock on the cheap Chinese cheap Chinese brand knives. So I do like that from Enlan. What I don't like, for starters, they have proprietary screws on some of them, and not only do they have a proprietary screw, but they got multiple variations. You've got this one here, and then like this one, you'll notice is a different proprietary screw. So you need to either make a tool or get a tool. Now GearBest sells this tool. And this is relatively cheap. This one you can get for $4 or $5, and it'll work on this proprietary screw. But in order to do like this one, which is also on this model, you know, you need a different one. And for that, I believe it was X-Duck I bought this off of, and this is not a cheap tool. It's a well-built tool, don't get me wrong. This thing's fairly heavy. But this thing's like 18, 19 bucks. It's more than these knives. They also, X-Duck makes this one, which works in place of this. So this is a little heavier duty tool. I ordered them both just because I wanted to see the difference. So something to keep in mind. But basically what I'm saying is you've got to have a different tool if you want to be able to take apart these knives. Which, you know, brings me to another point. Some of these knives need to be taken apart and cleaned. Like this BL06. This knife just felt like it ran on gravel when I got it, and its steel is kind of clunky. You know, there's a lot of crap in here for some reason on this particular knife, and this one. This one I just got, and I haven't taken it apart, but I can about bet there's something in this one, because this one just, there's no, you know, you can't flip this. You can't even get in here on these thumb studs. It's next to impossible. You know, this is the, let me get it up here, the LO4GN for green. You know, beautiful knife. Really want to like this, but it's just, it will not open. My other problem with Enlan is quality control. You know, like I said, some of these knives, like these, are really great knives. The action's good, they're great, but like this knife, it barely opens. It should have never left the factory. Not only that, but if I can show it here on the pocket clip screws, you know, occasionally you'll get knives that have a long screws. This one has one long one. It's like they use two different screws in there, which is just ridiculous. And then you take, here we got the LO5, which I like this blade. I like the blade design. But this one came missing a screw. You know, it was just out of it when it came. You know, that's, and I kind of brushed it off because this was one of the first Enlans, and thought, okay, you know, it happens. But, you know, then I get this one with the long screw. This one, you know, nice looking knife. The EL10, but the thumb studs are loose. This thumb stud, now I could probably play around and see if I can tighten that, but you know, how does that leave? I just feel like I'm hit or miss on Enlan's quality, whether I'm going to get a decent knife or whether I'm going to get, you know, what I consider cheap Chinese crap. You know, and I will say Enlan is on the cheaper end of the Chinese knives that I buy. You know, usually it's $15 less. Most of the time it's $10 less on most of the Enlans, other than this fake Damascus one. That one was probably 25, 30 bucks for that particular knife. But most of them, you know, I think this one's 13. Some of these are $8 or so. So they are cheap. So I don't know if you expect that much, but at the same time, I can get a Ganzo for $15 that is pretty good quality. So at the end of the day, you know, the quality control is my biggest complaint with these. And at this point, I'm probably done buying Enlans for a while, unless I see a really compelling one come out, or I see a review of one, or in the comments below, if you know of an Enlan that I need to try that's just great, let me know and I'll pick one up. But as it stands now, I'm probably gonna get rid of most of these Enlans. You know, I'll keep this one, maybe this one. I might do an individual reviews on those. But yeah, hope you liked the video, and in the comments below, let me know what's your favorite Enlan. Have you had problems with their quality control, or am I out of the norm here? So thanks for watching my video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.